God connecting you to ancestors. They took my Haru. The Haru are your ancestors, your Cometian ancestors, Egyptian. Remove them from your consciousness, put them in theirs. And I felt that one night when I had that evil shit planning on taking me out one night in my sleep. And then next thing you know, my fucking lips even look dead. They're blue. And then take you out. That shit's real. And I'll never forget, I was told by my parents in that timeline they died on either June or July the 20th, 2023. I remember, because that's not my parents in their body, speaking to them over the phone. I was told ancestors occupied it that weren't really fiscally responsible. And they put my brothers under some very intense, it was the Alex Nascimento motherfucker. Some intense, fucked up his consciousness to where they put the curse of addiction on them. And if they didn't give in, they put entity attachments in their consciousness that would screw them up to the point where they would lose their memory whole. Their personality would undergo a major fucking psychological change. So they would have to give in and indulge. My brother in that timeline became homeless right along with my father. My brother Kerry is currently homeless in that timeline, selling drugs, from what I understand. So was my brother Kristen. He's like me, my brother Kristen, living in his consciousness in between worlds. He lost his body a couple of months back. I'm in between worlds. I know that for a fact. I'm not full on here, and I'm living amongst entity attachments. I could tell. That's why, when that lady was, I didn't take it as a threat. I understand what's going on. And, one time I saw it, when I looked it up, I could see something else come in. It's like I used to talk about organic portals in the past, but they ain't nothing like entity attachments of people. I saw that with a young Mexican girl, and I did a video talking about it. That was stuck in Alex Nascimiento's hell realm. And that girl went through hell. I remember seeing a giant head running after her, chasing after her. I actually rescued her because I figured out the frequency codes to be able to do it. These motherfuckers keep setting me up with Santa Muerte and shit to keep me under tight curses. And ironically, she was actually one of the entities to help my motherfucking ass out. And they've been doing shit, putting entity attachments in Mexicans to make me hate them people and trying to turn me against my spiritual help. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. These are Alex Nascimento and Billy Bailey and people that they're working with. I got that German blonde woman. I wonder if her name is Ingrid Heiberg. Either them two crackers or wetbags, I don't know. This is horrible. I heard that they got everything, so they don't want them to do anything else. No, you don't. You're not going to have everything. Anyways, with that being said, I'm being made to forget something right now as I talk. My poor little spirit guide, for the longest, she had been trying to annul that soul contract. From what I understand, Alex Nascimento is an entity, a demon, that rules hell realms. I don't like the way my eyes look, by the way. They look possessed. And from what I understand, Billy Bailey, Baron Samedi, and Don Toliver. I actually had a shaman, Master CEO, who, who I guess heard of Don Toliver before I mentioned him, say, that's an evil motherfucker that fucks up your consciousness. They brought Alex Nascimento in, or David Rayner in 2013. And basically, what they do is, they fuck up people's consciousnesses, innocent people usually, to where they can influence you to do evil shit. And from what I understand, they got permission from God or the demiurge to do this shit. And then from there, use it as justification to place you in hell realms after fucking up your consciousness. That's the most evil ass motherfucking thing. It reminds me of how these motherfuckers will connect to your consciousness. You know, like, I'm going to say something right now. I used to woke people on the PCH, but when I woke motherfuckers, it wasn't to steal your shit because you did something to me. Now I have an overstanding, so, like, with that idiot out there, I had that evil motherfucker, Alex Nascimento motherfucker, wanted to go after her ass, and I'm just like, they cause problems. And I think I talked about this in videos before. They cause problems and act like they're the solution. Today on the bus I had somebody, an entity attachment, I call him, because he put his head right down, just like I've been seeing with people sleeping at cars. I hate this shit, having my consciousness and all that shit all out of whack. The guy came, sat next to me because I was wearing it. And I could tell he wanted to do something. Alex Nascimento was just like he did with them people he, at that Santa Muerte Botanica shop. Went over there fucking with them damn people. And then turned around, gave them my blessings and all of that. That's how they work. It's evil. Him and Billy Bailey gave them my blessings. Gave them all my shit. The people who put this shit on me, I don't want to associate with that evil shit. It's a bunch of energy vampires. Billy Bailey, Don Toliver, all that, energy vampires. He was about to start fucking with the young kid. It was a Mexican who sat next to me because he wanted to say something, but he didn't. He said something about rest in peace or some stupid shit, and I just ignored him and then later on said some shit. But he went over there tying something, and I say, nah, motherfucker, you ain't doing this because that shit, next thing I know, you're going to give him my blessings. You're not going to feed off of me anymore. Get your ass the fuck on. But energy vampires, 451 hertz, 452 hertz, and black tourmaline works to get rid of them. And obsidian, I got obsidian. And another one that works that's very effective. And it's not labradorite. Labradorite keeps you more down to earth. But it's something else. I want to go ahead and end this in a couple of minutes. But it's what is it? It's yeah, my lips look, I don't think I'm in the realm of the living. I believe it was Alex Nascimento was creating soul ties between me and these women here and all of that, and Mikey Hernandez, and keeping me from being able to fight this evil ass shit off, this evil curse off. He even brought in that Dan Arcianico entity that was supposedly created by Mikey Hernandez's uncle, an art gallery owner in New York named Paul Arredondo. Used to call him nigger with a hard ER. He brought him in so that I stay under curse. This shit gotta go. This gotta this have my consciousness out. Like, nah, I can't. I don't deserve it. My family. We were supposed to enjoy these years. I could kill Billy Bailey and Don Tolliver for this. I almost want to kill the whole of fucking voodoo for this shit. With that being said, um, with that being said, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. I'm hearing something fuck with my child spirit guide as I talk. They fucked her up to the point where I remember that he, Kate, Jessica, Ohissa are turned into fucking roaches. Or the real he, Kate, they do so much shade and fraud with this shit. You don't know what is real and what isn't. And then turned her into a demon and all that. That poor baby. She used to be beautiful. And she's missing an eye and every fucking thing else. This is weird. One of the people, after they had packed up my shit, actually found this in my room. And I don't know what the fuck that's kind of weird. That's fucked up. Let me go ahead and try to look over. I want to mention as well, the people that put this on me, Alex Nascimento put roach attachments that were designed to alter my behavior. And like I said before, when I woke motherfuckers, it's because they did something. And from what I understand, the motherfuckers I got with back in Miracle Mile, I wonder if it's any one of these. by Satan, whose real name I know. I hope he doesn't try to fuck my consciousness up like he did a couple of months ago, as well as my spirit guide. That I would I'm feeling my consciousness lessen as I say this. What gives these motherfuckers the right and permission to? I don't. Anyways, these motherfuckers who go around, I saw their house. My dad actually tried to get rid of it, where they had a bunch of spirit jars in the mansion in Miracle Mile, LA, where they had their victims captive in, and they would literally leave the place blank for their sacrifices. From what I understand, if I was to do something stupid after fucking with my consciousness, it was to give them it would be designed to give them the excuse to sacrifice me. Even though these niggas were sacrificing people just to take from them. Whereas my shit was just. And then the soul contract, they have motherfuckers, like they didn't even, I didn't sign shit. It was my higher self, a child, who signed it and tried to annul it tonight, and whose cries I used to hear all the fucking time. And every time we would try to get rid of the soul contract, we would lose everything. Like it was binding. You know, everything that they stole. From what I understand, their soul contracts read, anything we take from you, we can keep it if you get rid of the soul contract. And it's illegal on the face of it. You can use 1215 hertz, 112 hertz, and I think 220 or 221 to 225 hertz to get rid of soul contracts. And I think maybe 112 010 hertz. They had a child. I remember seeing, this is what I wanted to say. There was a meeting being held between God and some spirit guides that were dressed in white and red, which makes me wonder if they were sacrifice angels. And they took the baby out the meeting. Alex Nascimento, a.k.a. David Rayner, and Barbara the Roach attachment, a.k.a. Barbara Rayner, and made the baby sign a soul contract. And then loop me into this shit. Like, I ain't asked for this shit. I remember going back to when I lived in Miracle Mile, praying, just praying. And at the time I was a Satanist. Praying to Satan for a soul piece to come back that I lost when I was a child, that Baron Samedi Billy Bailey stole. That had a lot of my identity and everything in it. And I got it back the next day, and I was like, thank you, Satan. It was actually Beelzebub that brought it back. It was really, really cool. He helps people get into Hollywood. Tried to put my ass back together during this curse. Beelzebub. Him and one of the emissaries of Satan. And from what I understand, it was Satan as well as Alex Nascimento. I gotta do something about my consciousness being like this. Pulling me out of my body on August the 22nd or the 21st, 2022. It's like I can't even think without it affecting something physically in the spirit plane. And I'm just thinking about how I saw my brother from that timeline, and he was wearing tattered clothes, and my life shouldn't, I even had a powerful shaman say I lived a life of tragedy. It shouldn't be like this, where I'm near death, where I'm facing near death circumstances every single day, where I'm teetering on the brink of, being between life and death. I even heard these motherfuckers sold me as a sacrifice to become the next Santa Muerte or something. I didn't consent to that. Get this shit out of here. My poor spirit guide numerous times was trying to annul that soul contract and didn't know what to do. And hopefully it is annulled. And I get all of my shit back, including that original timeline. I'm not going to stop till I get back. I want everything that's on my body, everything that's mine. Because I didn't ask for this shit. I'm going to say this right now. I remember talking over the phone with my parents 2 weeks after I heard my parents hollering when they entered that Roach Motel hell realm in the astral plane and got taken out of their bodies and supposedly died in their sleep. And I heard my poor mama, when I spoke with her over the phone, she still don't sound the same to this day. I heard her, when I asked my mother, how's Kristen doing? She says to me, who's Kristen? That wasn't my mom in my body before I got taken out of my body and in a way passed away. Right before that August the 22nd or 21st, 2022 timeline. I remember I was listening to Project Pat, really nice song by him. That brought me back to old times. When life was, it was a lot sunnier, a lot nicer. But I'm going to say this right now. Watch yourselves in the spirit plane. I have a lot of spiritual enemies, and a lot of evil fuckers on my ass, man. It's a crime. I'm not going to even say it's a tragedy. It's a crime. What's been happening to me for the last 2 years. I remember staying in a homeless shelter on Skid Row. Very nice one. And hearing that Alex Nascimento, David Rain, the motherfucker say, I want my sacrifice. See a spirit guide out there right now. I want my sacrifice. And then when I went inside, like I've seen women toke up and all sorts of shit with crack. As soon as I brought in my sage and incense sticks, and I wasn't even burning the shit, they started jumping on me like I had fucking illegal contraband on me. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it happened at 2 shelters. That motherfuckers did. I wish, like I discovered in jail, I wish I would have used frequency. Frequency would have quickly shut that shit down. Because otherwise you're going back and forth for the rest of your motherfucking life with them idiots. Trying to get your shit back. But you can always renew it. 1, 2, 3, 4 hertz. 3002 hertz. 3000 hertz. 4,000 hertz, 1150 hertz, that actually explodes motherfuckers. But those other hertz repels entities. 6666 hertz gets rid of Santa Muerte. 2160 hertz does too. I actually had a ally. Roach Spirit helped me out with that. My little friend. I just want to get my shit back to normal. You know, there's times where I just wish what I've heard and seen in the spirit plane wasn't true. But it is, and it's traumatizing. It's way beyond traumatizing. It's evil. It's pure hell. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me go ahead and give y'all a tarot reading. Let me get my black ass up. Hopefully it's the end. Just pray for me. Hopefully it's the end and I get everything back. You know, I used to see videos like with people like that. You know, you dismiss them off as crazy, but they're anything but, in a way, unless you're drugged out with their mind. Even then, it's still a spiritual issue because you still got spirits that live in that shit at play. Hopefully they don't take my shit out. Anyways, with that being said, you know, folks look at that and they'll think, oh, you know, a motherfucker like that is crazy. But you got evil shit out there. You know, like I said, I'm going to leave you all with this. I remember years ago, you know, I did an article about it here. You know, hopefully they don't take my shit or keep my shit. You know, if I can get my hands on a real soul contract and annul it. You know, that shit felt like that was some evil shit over my head. And I felt it. It was, word I'm looking for. It's not proverbial, but it was palpable. Very palpable. You could feel it. You know, I talked about feeling a dark cloud over me when I did LSD once and seeing it. But I wish, you know, I kept seeing my blessings disappear in dreams right before my eyes. I wish before things got this fucking bad, I would have done the research. I should have gone to, like, I tried with Jamila and all of that. I thought I was powerful enough to do it on my own, even though I was being overshadowed by Alex Nascimento. I wish I would have delved more into what was blocking my money and went to somebody that was powerful and trustworthy to find out what the fuck was going on. And like I learned with that Botanica, you know, the evil shit I got will influence and it can fuck you up. I'm just going to say it right now. It can fuck you up and throw you off. And block you, you know, and you know, I wish I would have went to somebody more protected who was powerful and more, you know, you could take seriously, who could have seen what the fuck was going on and me being taken out of my body, all this weird shit, this being harassed every night, having my spirit body torn apart and all that astral body harvested, none of this shit would ever fucking happen. I fucked up. I kept having people when I left Miracle My Lunch was like these motherfuckers here. Somebody stole your shit. Somebody, somebody put a curse on you. And I kept trying to figure out who. I thought it might have been that girl at that Santa birthday shop. And this article kind of, in a way, gave it away. I don't know. But I'm kicking myself in the ass to this day for not checking out what the fuck was going on. If I did, I was posing for the camera, I would be in a much better situation. Much better. That child spirit guy right now, that's some evil shit. Their soul contracts are written. Whatever we take from you, we keep. Nigga, what kind of good bitch get out of here with the what? Like with Lena Morgana and Lady Gaga, most motherfuckers just they put this shit on the same and use loopholes in your soul contract. It's fucked up what goes on in the spirit plane. That's why I'm doing this video. I don't like what's going on with the primordial light, not the primordial light, the source, but with the demiurge, God, and saying that, having motherfuckers like Billy Bailey and shit, have unrestrained powers to go around and steal people's shit using a guru, a demon that by the name of Alex Nascimento. I don't approve of that shit. I'm not cool with that shit. I don't like it. You don't do that shit to innocent people. I said before at the beginning of this curse, we live in a realm of fucking parasites and shit. I can't tell you how many fucking people I've seen on the street who done lost their blessings and all of that. And they out on the streets like what they were intending with me with this motherfucking curse. We want you to be in the motherfucking tent. We want you to be in the street, bitch. Fuck you. We want you to be living under a bridge, nigga. Not with my fucking potential that you trying to steal from me, bitch. You got me fucked up. So let me go ahead. Today's date is August the 29th. August the 29th, 2000. Fucking feeling in the wrong direction. 29, 2024. Go ahead and get this going. It's going to happen for y'all. Right off the bat, I see motherfuckers charging in a better direction, but I feel there's deception ahead, so watch out. I see opposition ahead, blockages, but you're going to overcome it easily. You just got to ease under that motherfucker. You know, be deceptive yourself if you have to be. I see you getting a little bit ambivalent. I see motherfuckers accosting you and trying to block your shit. Jealous motherfuckers. But overcoming. I see motherfuckers trying to block you like a motherfucker, but I feel it's deception. So I see you crossing a bridge and it's going to be smooth sailing. But watch it. I see you motherfuckers trying to pull you down in a bad direction. It could be potentially good, but it's bad. Or troublesome. Watch out for that. And I see you ultimately being pulled in a direction that's going to be auspicious, propitious, advantageous for you. You're going in a better direction, but make sure it's the right one. And you know what the fuck you're doing. Not to the reading. Cards. You know, I'm trying to get back to doing the videos I used to do in which I used to teach folks. I don't like sounding all schizophrenic, and I ain't gonna lie, low-key asking for help, you know, because of, you know, barely bearing sanity in this whole heat case situation. You know, I'm gonna say this right now. When the machine breaks down, everything breaks down. Alex Nascimento entity, David Reyna entity, that's a fucking parasite. You know, I gotta get that shit off. And I felt it. Try getting him off, he's hard to get off. So let's go ahead and throw them cards. So in obstacle position, we got the Ace of Cups. And I feel like something is blocking you from getting to a place where your dreams are fulfilled. Right here we got the Seven of Wands, and that's your current position. There's a lot of fighting going on. Later on, I feel we got the Two of Pentacles here, and I feel like that should be in reverse. You're going to have a motherfucker that don't have your best interest at heart, that's going to latch on to you, that's going to act like they're trying to help you, but really they're using you to try to feed. You know, they fucking you up. And, you know, they trying to enable themselves, make themselves better at your expense. So right here we got the Ten of Pentacles. And I feel that that's in the subconscious position. That's what you're loaning for. And it's not out of reach. Nothing is impossible. I don't believe in that. You can always modify your soul contract, which can modify your consciousness, which your timelines and all of that lives in. It can modify your life. So right up here we got the Star, and that's your goal position. You want to get back to a place of comfort and luxury. You want people to care about you. You want to be surrounded by motherfuckers that got your best interest at heart. That's what you want. So right here for the advice position, we got the Hermit. And I feel that connotes to you should take a breather and take time out and analyze things. But you may want to do it with reflection from other folks. So for the energy that percolates all around you, I remember learning that word on my own when I was in high school. We got the world. And I feel like you got a lot of very important motherfuckers watching you. Seeing what you do, seeing your moves, and trying to make a decision to move on that. Now we got this nigga right here. We got Satan, who, right along with Zeno, is one of the rulers of the primordial darkness. Ars Goetia, by the way, Baphomet, is an extension of our darkness. That's your fears and your hopes card, and I feel that you should fear it. There's going to be something that's going to come that's going to throw your ass off. It's going to seem like it's going to work for you, but they're not really up to par with what you're looking for. They don't have your best interest at heart. So for the outcome, we got the Empress. And I feel like somebody's going to steal your birthright. You need to be very, very perspicacious and very careful of that. Somebody going to come along. They're going to try to sneak rush you and steal your motherfucking shit, what belongs to you. But they're going to act all nice and pretentious, but they're going to have a lot of motherfuckers backing them. Shut that shit right the fuck on clean down. Anyways, if you want a more personalized reading, please contact me at ravenbyterror22@yahoo.com. I'm trying to make a comeback. So, again, send positive vibes, send positive energy, prayers, and thank you all for your prayers. God, for me. Thank y'all.